Hi everyone, it's your boy Ricky here with Honeybee Stamps, and today we're going to be making a card from the latest release, Let's Celebrate. Here are a few things we're going to be using: the Intense Black ink by Honeybee Stamps. We're also going to be using some various colored card stocks here. I'm making some ketchup bottles, mustard bottles, steak sauce, all that great stuff. We're also going to be using some white cardstock, a mirror finish here, and we're also going to be using some paper from the paper pad Back to Basics. And the red, not for sure which paper pad it is, but it's from Honeybee Stamps. And then we're also going to be using Kiss the Cook stamp set and die set. And we're also going to be using the Apron A2 size card die and the BBQ Add-on. So let's go ahead and get started here. The first thing we're going to do is cut out the bases for the actual card base, which are going to be in the shape of an apron. So we'll go ahead and get the first one down here on the cardstock. This is a 110 pound Nina Solar White. We'll go ahead and get that through the die cutting machine, and then we'll go ahead and do the second one here too. We're doing the exact same thing. Running it through the die cutting machine, and we're going to have two pieces that look exactly the same. Now the next thing we're going to do to hold these two pieces together, we're going to cut out the hinge out of 110 pound cardstock as well, and this is going to have it so that the apron actually opens up like a hinged card. So as you can see here, I'm putting it on the card, I'm bending it to make sure everything works, and we're going to put some double-sided adhesive on this so that it sticks really well. I'm just using a thin piece here, and I'm going to put it on each side of the hinge. This double-sided adhesive is pretty easy to tear, so just rip that off, take off the backing, and that's going to be on the first part of it here. And then I just want to make sure I get it even, so I'm going to try to get this as even as possible and get it here on the second piece there. There we go. It ended up being a little uneven, but it wasn't anything that was crazy. We could have just used it and no one would have ever noticed, but I had to say it. Anyway, the next step, we are going to cut out the pieces of the apron that are going to be on front, and I'm going to be using the stripes from the Back to Basics paper pad. And then for the front, or the pockets, I'm going to be using the same paper pad, just a different pattern. I believe it's stars on here. And this actually cuts out so that you can fold each part to form the pockets that go on the front of the apron. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just getting that folded up. It has some score lines on it so you can see exactly where it goes. And now I'm just trying to put the card together, see what it's like. Now I'm going to put the apron, the neck apron, or the neck of the apron through the die cutting machine, and we also are going to be using a red mitten as well. Now the next thing we're going to do is cut out all the little pieces for the tongs and the fork and all that great stuff, the spatula for the barbecue. And we're going to go ahead and get that cut out here. These are actually the handles first, and then we're going to use the mirror cardstock to go ahead and get all the metal pieces cut out as well. And you can pretty much use any cardstock for these knives and things. You could have used like a gray cardstock, a black cardstock. You could have made it any color you wanted. I just decided to go with a mirror imaged cardstock because it makes it look like that it's metal. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to die cut all the little bottles. I'm doing a steak sauce bottle, I'm doing a mustard bottle, and I'm also going to be doing a ketchup bottle. And these also come with little tops that you can place onto the bottles. They are super small. You need some tweezers to go ahead and get those placed on there, but I went ahead and include the handles and the bottle tops onto the bottles. And now we're going to start putting the card together. The first thing we're doing now is going ahead and get the pieces of the apron placed down. And now what I'm doing is just gluing down the pockets to the back of the apron so that it can actually stick to the card. Now I'm going to use the Honeybee Creative glue, and I'm going to place this onto the card and make a frame with the pattern paper on the apron here. And what I'll do now is go ahead and glue the neck of the apron down onto the card. Now, one thing that you guys want to pay attention to, which I did not, is how long this is, because when I tried to stick it in the card or into an envelope, it did not fit in the envelope, and I've already glued it down, so I cannot remove it. So just be sure to, try to measure that before you start to make a card. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and place all the little pieces here in the apron. I'm just putting a couple bottles in there along with the utensils of the barbecue. And we have the last here, the cleaver. Looks so cool. I love these little things. They look like, we love a miniature anything, so they just look super cute. Now the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get the sentiment placed into the card. We are going to be using the sentiment from Kiss the Cook. I don't think this, yeah, this is Kiss the Cook, and it's going to be Happy Father's Day. And we're going to go ahead and put that inside the card. I normally don't put a sentiment inside the card, but there was nowhere for it to go on the outside, so the inside is where it's going. So I'm going to use the intense black ink there and go ahead and get that stamped out. And as you can see, it's a little bit off the screen. Sorry about that. But this is, we need to go ahead and put the little mitten on and we'll be done with this card. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Make sure that you head over to Honeybee Stamps and check out all the great products from the latest release, Let's Celebrate. Also, make sure that you follow them over on all of the social media platforms. You can find them on YouTube, you can find them on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook. Make sure you find them everywhere. Also, you can find me on YouTube and Instagram by following Bromero Cards. And I want to thank you guys again for watching this. This is the completed card. Simple, looks nice, great Father's Day card. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.